to give a lot of credit, is Steve Blackman from Muscular Development. I mean, those guys have done an extraordinary job for years and years and years to promote health, to promote fitness, to promote strength, to promote bodybuilding, powerlifting, weightlifting, and all of those kind of things. So the contributions they made is gigantic, and I hail them for that.
Ron Harris here from MuscularDevelopment.com at the Arnold Classic Expo. Standing here with local guy, John Meadows, the Mountain Dog. John, how are you, sir?
I'm good, man. Glad to be here. I made the long drive, 15 minutes down Route 70, but I'm here.
So, since you're close to this area, I wonder, how many of these have you been to? What was the first Arnold you went to?
Was it 88, 89?
Wow.
The very first one, right?
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I've been to pretty much all of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you were just a kid, because you're only 45 now?
So let me tell you guys a cool story. So there's a guy named Jim Seitzer. He used to he had the crews that took people around here. So like the chauffeurs. And I used to be a chauffeur. So my job was to take the winners back to their hotel room on Sunday. You know how they had the Sunday seminar?
Yeah.
And then the winners talk? So my job was to take them back to the hotel. So many, many years ago, I remember taking Jay Cutler and these people back to their hotel. And I was the little chauffeur driving them around. Yeah.
Wow. So give people a little perspective, because if you were here at the very first one, how much has this thing grown? What was it like back then compared to what it's like now?
If you've ever been to Venice Beach, that's how it used to be originally. It was just it was a freak show. Yeah. There was nobody in here that looked like they didn't lift weights. It was just a pure, unadulterated freak show. And, you know, it's more mainstream now, which is good. It generates a lot of income for the community. But it's very, very different. It used to be in the old Veterans Memorial building, which wasn't nearly as big as this. And honestly, I think they could make it even bigger here if they wanted. Right. So, yeah.
So you actually have someone in the show. You're a prep coach, obviously. Who did you get ready for this show, and what is she doing?
Ivana Ivusic, and she's in figure. She was 7th in the Miss Olympia. It looks like a lot of the same girls are here for this, so I expect a really tough show. Ivana's done really well. I'm super proud of her. So we'll see what happens.
So I got to ask, because you coach all divisions, correct?
I coach when I have time.
Yeah. Right. So I mean, how are they different from each other? Because I mean, if you come from the bodybuilding perspective originally, how do these other divisions compare to? Do you have to worry about them being not too conditioned or not conditioned enough? I mean.
Oh, absolutely. So like, I'll give you an example, like Ivana. I don't want her to have sunken in cheeks and striated glutes and veins on her quads. Like, that's not the look we're after. We're after a shape. Wide, round shoulders, tapered into a nice tight waist, a little quad shape, a very feminine package. Ivana's been one of the girls that's really maintained her femininity, and that's intentionally. So the training's a little different. The goal of dieting is a little different. Like in the women's physique class, you're going to take it a little further. You're going to get a little bit leaner. So the level you take it to, condition-wise and things like that, it does vary from class to class.
Okay. Enough about them. Let's talk about you. So you did this show as a 212, correct?
Correct.
Was it last year or the year before?
The year before.
Okay. Now I would think you'd want to do it every year because it's local, and this is, you know, you have so many friends and family, I'm sure, in the area. Is it a time issue with you with competing? Because obviously, condition-wise, to me, you always look like you're about 2 weeks out from a show. So I don't think it's ever like, am I wrong? Because I've always assumed that it would be pretty easy for you to prep because you're so lean all the time.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's pretty easy. Although I will say, making 212 was not easy. That was incredibly challenging. I did an open show last year and I was 225 and I was very lean. So to take that down to 212 is very difficult.
So that being said, I mean, if you compete again, would you even bother at 212?
No.
Right. Okay.
No, I don't have a death wish. No.
So, you know, you do have a large following out there. You're obviously more renowned for your knowledge and everything, but you have a lot of fans as far as being a competitor too. So they want to know, when can we see you again on stage?
We'll see. Right now, I'm really focused on my business. I'm trying to set my family up for a really good future. So I've been focused on my business ventures. I'm a bodybuilder at heart, though. I always will be. I have been my whole life, ever since I was 12 years old. So you never know, man. I mean, I'm not ruling it out. And honestly, I could take 6 weeks and probably be ready. So.
And I got to throw this in there because I think a big part of the appeal for you is that as long as you've been doing this and as much as you know, it seems like you're always learning more and you're always sharing that with everybody. I steal things from you all the time, and I'm sure everybody watching this has taken something. Your 6 ways for shoulders. I mean, there's things that you've innovated that a lot of us have been able to use. Are you still in that, that frame of mind where you're always experimenting and trying to find new ways to stimulate the muscle?
Listen, I'm still the kid. I'm still that kid trying to learn how to do things best. I'm still that kid. I'm always looking for ways to do things differently. I'm really glad that I never sat back and said, well, I don't want to try anything until it's proven. I'm really glad that I had the mindset, I'm going to figure stuff out on my own. And I encourage the young guys to do that. Don't sit around and wait for somebody to tell you it's okay to do something. Man, do it. If it doesn't work, fine. But if it works, hey, I've had a lot of things that I'm kind of known for that worked, but what you don't see is all the dumb stuff I did. But if I never tried anything new, I never would have done anything. Yeah. So, don't be afraid to try different things, to experiment, be creative in your thought process. That's how you solve problems, is you have to think about it, so.
Well, I think that's a big appeal is, you're the thinking man's bodybuilder. You're not some meathead that just slings weights around. Everything you do has a purpose, and you're always trying to find the best way to approach things. So that's why I'm a fan. That's why I follow you, and I think that's why a lot of people follow you. So I want to thank you very much for your time, John.
My pleasure.
Always great talking to you.
My pleasure.
Right here in his home state of Ohio. He's the man. Thank you, John Meadows.
You bet.
For MuscularDevelopment.com, Ron Harris.